Okay, been a long day. Been a weird and long day, and I'm going to try to. I'm speaking quietly here. I've got company in my house. Been a long day, and just gonna try and wrap up the game. Basically, get everything done as good as I can. So forgive my tone if I'm talking a little more quietly, but I do want to finish this game and get to the freaking 5-job Fiesta or 4-job Fiesta. See, I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. Just make sure everything's working. Looks like we're good. Okay. Let's stick with 7. We are right at the end of the game. If everything goes perfectly, I see no reason we shouldn't, blow through this. All things considered, this isn't a bad kind of run. Like, my levels are 21 and 22. The old Nintendo Power Strategy Guide used to say be level 24 when you think about beating the game. And I might be 24 by the time I get to the end, but considering there's no class change, this is a little ahead of the curve, I think. Anyway, let's give this a shot. I have no exit spell. There's not really any reason to get any of the chests here. Oh, well, this is gonna be a bit of a test already. Okay. At least we all have ribbons now. Do you guys like the Bane Sword? How do you feel about the Bane Sword? And if I recall correctly, these guys don't like lightning. Okay, they don't especially dislike the Bane Sword. They don't especially dislike lightning. But they didn't use their blizzard attack, so once again, ahead of the curve. Should probably give Galuf a... Well, Galuf's got the black shirt. I'm just not going to use ice against a frost dragon. Matter of principle, really. It would probably do better damage, but it's a matter of principle. You just don't use ice against a frost dragon. Them's the rules. Considering this was 3 white dragons, this battle could have gone worse. I haven't done any updates to my GUI script I've been showing off. You can see it active on the right there. There are other things I intend to do. I've got around to it. It's only been, what was it? Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Today, I had the pleasure of waking up at 4. I can't even talk. With my baby, and yeah, I ended up then having a nap in the afternoon, like a 3-hour nap, and so I'm not even especially tired. I'm just stupid, and anything wrong with me is just because I'm stupid, not because I'm tired. And the Bane Sword worked. That's pretty cool. Finally getting hit with Blizzard. And Ferris took a bit more damage than everyone else. That's actually just caused by randomness, because the, no, let's give that a shot, why not? Because magic resistance isn't just a matter of subtracting your magic defense from your magic damage in this game. It's more like effectiveness on your saving throw. And so those are all, I believe, past saving throws. We just rolled. They rolled high damage, so to speak. Burst can do like 600 damage now with that Excalibur. That's pretty nice. That was our first couple times using that there. I used to have this so very memorized because I wouldn't always win. Not to boast, and here I am fighting gas dragons bragging about winning. I probably shouldn't do that. They are weak against ice, so I'm going to use my lightning things like Zeus Gauntlet. Galuf's using the black robe, black shirt. My hope is that that's going to do enough damage that I can take one of these guys out in a couple turns. I should probably change the order around. Having Galuf's second is probably kind of stupid. Oh, didn't even kill one. That's pretty rotten. You know, in the Bayuokai run, admittedly it wasn't a challenge run and it wasn't very hard, but I feel like my luck was good. So far, this is a bad Temple of Fiends run. I've run into 3 dragons and they've gassed me. And you know what? It's completely normal. It probably, if I hit power and restarted, I would have the exact same result because of the nature of the game's random number generation. So, got a lot of potions. I'm going to use a lot of potions. You know what? First, let's remember to change our party order around. Galuf is more defensive than Ferris, but also more valuable, so we're going to stick with it. That'll be enough. I'm going to be optimistic and hope that that's a lot of potions for the first couple. The first couple floors are arguably the hardest couple floors. I don't know who I'm arguing with, but... Oh, that's different. Okay, here we got a mage with a wall up. I'm not going... Let's try that. I'm not going to use my damaging spells against them. Bart's going to kill one every turn. He's killed the one with the wall. We're going to see if the Bane Sword can take out someone. We had an easy surprise round, thankfully. The mage is going to waste some time, which is nice of them. Kind of thought that might work. Let's try it again. Why not? I feel like I make a funny face a lot in my stream, like I look over at my little talking head, and what it is, I'm not used to my facial hair, and I'm rubbing my lip, kind of on my lip, and so I'm making like this really sour face. Really nice. This battle could have gone a lot worse, but it didn't. It's not like it was something to be afraid of, it just could have gone worse. Boy, this run I was saying was so bad, I may have turned around a bit. I'm not going to go for the money, not really a lot of point in that. Here's a Phantom. Do you have anything useful to contribute, Ferris? Not really. It is undead. Maybe I should whip out a harm spell. Oh wait, that means I should whip out a light axe. It is undead, right? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, but that was only 43 days. Oh, holy crap. Well, that wasn't too cool. You see that? That was 396 damage to Ferris. And all he got was this one lousy experience point. Kinda figured there'd be death, I didn't think it would be like that. How many hits was that? I can't grab the loot, right? Because otherwise we're trapped. Where do you go here? It's left, right? This will be easy. I guess they hit pretty hard. Do we want to try to take them out with magic? Let's try to take them out with magic. There's one. The goal is taking them out all at once in one turn instead of taking them out over several turns. And it's a bit of a stretch, really. A stretch goal. I backed a couple of Kickstarters recently. The one I'm interested in right now is called Rise of Tribes. It's very, very Settlers of Catan-like, but with a bit more of the fantasy styling to it. Seems like something I can get behind, and so I did. Looking forward to that one. It's not going to resolve until like March. I enjoy indie board games. Most people would think of me as a board game person before they would think of me as a video game person. But that's kind of strange, because I don't have any time for board games. Or rather, when I do have time, I don't have any friends. I don't suppose Bane works on these guys. No, probably not. Let's not bet on that. Well, I thought these guys had 400 HP. It would seem they have slightly more than 400 HP. So next up is going to be Final Fantasy V, of course. And I don't have any fancy scripts for that or anything. I think that's the point, right? You play it the straight way. And I will be. Now, the rule is you get random jobs. I'm not playing that way. I'm assigning myself this team, essentially. I'm not going to fight these guys. That's not going to be fun. For my first time doing the 4-job Fiesta, it probably would have been smart to do it the way it was intended, but I'll probably learn my lesson. I've heard that, and I understand, that classic runs are boring. And by saying I understand, I mean I can see why they would be. Galuf needs something different to do. I should maybe give Galuf a heal staff, because Bartz is always busy. Bartz is pretty much the offense. He's the muscle. Len is the talent. I don't know what the heck Ferris is. Not the talent, not the muscle. I don't think we want to fight these guys either. Let's just try and live through this final dungeon, win, and get on with our lives. Why would I do anything other than attack? That was dumb. What was I thinking? Okay, this isn't going to be too hard anyway. Level 5 is just so valuable. I'm going to keep using level 3. Oh, we're getting nuked. Oh, that's unfortunate. Happens. It does mean the second round's going to be pretty easy. Funny using harm 2, that's the same thing that the light axe does. Okay. Are we going to come back from this one or not? You know what? We will. Because this dungeon provides so many opportunities for ridiculous spamming of the heal set. I'm not even healing all the way. It's a bit of a gambit. But, like these guys, they're not actually going to hurt me. So, the plan here is to just sit here and use heal items for a little while. Get ourselves back in the green a little bit. Heal helmet. Heal staff. Do nothing. Heal helmet. We'll heal about 50 around. There's no way that guy can do 50 around to any of my people. And we'll get healed up without using any potions. It'll be very boring, but very effective. You don't have anything useful to do, eh? No. No reason to waste charges, even those level 1 charges. If I were using ruse, you know, it's useful. So, oops. I forgot I was trying to not kill it. But no harm, I guess. Well, literally some small amount of harm. Let's just do that the same way. We will just heal, and Gulf can use the black robe, and we'll let the cards fall. See, that was a good savings of heal potions, which seem to be becoming scarce. A little bit. Again, there is a couple treasures in this final dungeon, but you can't save after. None of them are going to make some kind of enormous difference, so let's just not bother. I think it'll save us some trouble to avoid them. I might want one of the pro capes, but I had such a problem deciding whether to go with the pro cape last time or not, but I'm just going to stick with no. We'll just keep all these magic items. Not really much question that they're useful, right? So there's a good chance I'll hit level 24 by the bottom. Although the enemies here are volcano enemies. I mean, agamas are good experience value, but we're going through enemies from the various dungeons in the game, and so many of them are worth less experience than is typical. Is there a strategy here? Slow 2 is kind of nice if you get that to work, eh? Maybe we should try that. We don't really need to do these things. If I recall correctly, this version of Murray or Marilith is not particularly weakening status effects the way the normal version is. I think we'll keep things for a real emergency. Could use it fast. Let's try a slow 2. I would like it to work. Oh, it didn't work. Slow 2 is non-elemental. It technically can work on anything, but it has a hit rate like any magic spell. Good way to reduce. Really, this boss and the next one, which as you might expect is Kraken, have a lot of hits, and so you can really, really dull them a lot by reducing their number of hits. Let's see about fasting bards. Oh, I forgot about that. Thankfully, it's not doing that crazy double damage. Okay, this should be a little simpler now. That fast spell was a little bit wasted, but no big deal. I don't know if you noticed when I beat Lich, the experience I earned was 666, and that's because these guys are worth. They're worth the new versions of the fiends are I think worth 2,000 a pop, but I had one person dead, so. Yeah, we ended up with 666 purely by coincidence, not because it's like the ultimate embodiment of undead evil or anything like that. That would have been kind of cool. I mean, it's not something you put past games like Final Fantasy. Evil things giving you 666 experience, I would totally say that's perfect. Oh, aren't there other things? Oh, I was going to say, are they immune to poison because they're underwater? We're fighting a shark, so even though this all of them look like it's underwater, it must be, right? We're looking at some suspension of disbelief here. Let's see if we can bane that shark. Otherwise we're sitting here healing. It just did 1 damage to Barth, so that's encouraging. Of course, he's the only one that's weakened at all right now. Be a good script where if someone was healed to full, it would skip them in the animation. There's some pretty cool tricks you can do with a logo like that. There was, back in the time of the first published Final Fantasy IV, 2, Super Nintendo, in the first tool-assisted run, it was really annoying, but they were going for the best real-time as well as the best, what do you call it? In-game time. And because the way those were counted, it was the most effective to, sorry, again, distracted, to pause frequently during battle. And like you would see the pause button show up on the screen and the music gets slightly muted during every pause. Otherwise it's not much of an interruption, but the music is muted, the screen dims, and it shows pause, and it goes ding, and so they got a great time for what that's worth, but the game was very annoying to watch when it was pausing and unpausing constantly, and so it was encoded by some wonderful person with a version of basically the playback that had a script to remove the actual pausing effect. And it wasn't done by modifying the game because then the tool-assisted movie wouldn't work. It was done by running a script while it was working. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, Lua is fun to play with in this context, and it's not just for screwing with emulators. Although that's all I've ever used it for. Some of my students were using Lua on their work placements. I don't even know what for. Not off the top of my head anyway. I could look it up. Pretty much the first day of summer vacation here, sort of. It was my son's last day of kindergarten. So it was summer starting. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping everyone will sleep in tomorrow after what happened today. Okay, you attack a shark. You heal. You try to kill some sharks. You heal. We can go slow here. Bart's just keeps saying, I don't want to go slow. That is not in my best interests. I don't believe that to be in my best interests. We should probably do something that'll beat these guys en masse. They don't like ice, but they have like 300 HP. But doing turns and turns of Bart sitting when no one else is useful is going to be a pain. Maybe this is good. Oh, I don't have ice 3, I forgot. Good time for lit 3? No, let's just do this. I don't think we'll kill more than one of them, if even one of them. And look how much damage they just did to Lena. I think they have 300 HP, I could be wrong. Black Road does good amounts of damage at least. I should probably have had Bart's using the heal helmet. He's instead of attacking nothing. Oh, what a piece of crap. Not a good fight. We're near the end. I'm not too worried about whether we can get there. We have 57 heal potions. That's lots. He usually opens with lit too. Anything useful I can do here? Maybe some fog would be useful. You know what, it would. You are just gonna make Bart's run the show here. Oh. And that was with fog. That was nasty. Wow. Does it make sense to do anything else? I mean, if he hits the bottom too, they're just gonna be dead. Right? Yep. Oh, shit. Oh, man. It took me a moment to recognize the significance of what just happened. That's pretty crappy. Okay, so, for the uninitiated, I have lost some party members. And that's bad. Wait, why am I giving... Oh, I didn't realize what was happening. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wizard's not going to be as useful as Bane is. Heal helmet? Yeah, I guess so. I never even thought of equipping him with the mage staff, but it's probably better, isn't it? Not that he's going to be wielding his weapon, really. But if we do this... He's got access to more elemental stuff. Okay. She is Lena. Now we got two party members to go against the end boss and no way out of the dungeon. So, where I didn't think I was going to go for any of the... Can you get away from these guys? I don't think so. Yeah, this is going to be over pretty quickly, I think. Okay, so I wasn't going to go for the best sword in the game, which is on this floor. And then I was going to give it to Lena because that was going to be kind of my only hope, was having her attack. Now I just have Bart's, so I don't think he can beat the game on his own. Stranger things have happened, I guess. May as well see how it goes. So that was the three uses of defense or ruse, and so Bart's evasion is now very high. So Tiamat can never hit him, but his magic is going to wear me down. Fortunately, his magic isn't that strong. This is likely to happen. See? And that's that 2000 experience I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna end up doing similar against Chaos, because that's the only strategy that can work. And Chaos is the end boss, if you didn't know that. Just have to get to the stairs. There's a higher encounter rate than normal on these last few floors, actually, except this one. In the Japanese version, this floor had a bunch of monsters on it, but in the North American version, they took them out, possibly for dramatic effect. But on the last few floors beforehand, there is actually an elevated number of monsters. So I was pretty nervous there, but now we're at the end. We've got a plan, and it will either work or not. This is all the game's exposition right here. Time to meet our doom. Oops. Well, whatever. So that was okay. Good. Slow 2 missed. That's very encouraging. Okay. So now we're immune to the damage. Chaos has cured itself to full. That's actually in a way a good thing, because that means he won't be doing it after several turns. It means I've got 8 turns of his magic use, completely different from his special attack use, before he can do that again. So, this will work or not. I hesitate to fast forward on the final battle, but there's not really a lot that can happen here, so let's see how this is going. Oh, I got it. It's gonna be close. Oh, nuts. I want to go to bed. Well, I mean, I'm not tired. Because, like I said, big nap in the afternoon. I just wish this went faster. And that no one died. And that it was easy and interesting. That was a pretty bad case of Kraken going on there. I've told the story before about how Kraken used to ruin my runs every time I was a kid, right? I seem to remember telling that story, but I couldn't pass Kraken over and over and over as a kid. And then I stepped away from the game for a couple weeks, came back to it, played it, and won. And it was the time when I learned the value of when something hard is facing you, you can put it away and come back to it later. Still some gas to use. Gas use suck. We're just gonna do a little move I like to call resetting the game. We have some funny behavior that happens with the script. So what happens is there's a byte that indicates whether you're in battle or not. And it doesn't get reset during a reset. So everything clears up once you're in a battle. Oh yeah, I forgot about the party order. It's kind of nice when you get an encounter right before these stairs, like there, because it means it's going to be longer before a fight on the next floor. And this is the gas dragon floor. See? Gas dragon floor. I wish there was a way to better prevent the poison damage, but I'm about as decked out as I can be with regards to that. No, that's too bad. That previous run had some good parts. I like the part where I healed the full against the Agama. I have Agamotto. Playing the odds hero in a way that will very likely work against me, but yeah, okay, it didn't. I wanted better odds of the heal going off before the dragon woke up and kicked my butt. I didn't realize that the black shirt was so likely to kill the dragon, but that's okay. I'm rushing now. I just want to get back to where I was. Facing the final boss. I didn't draw attention to his dragon penis, but the final boss does have a dragon for a penis. I think that's pretty interesting. I barely know anyone with a dragon penis. There was that popular book, The Girl with the Dragon Penis. That's funny, that was almost the same damage amount as I had before. This time, Phantom wasn't one hit killing someone, so that's a bonus. Oh, stop, that's fun. This a paralyzed person. You'd think for a giant eyeball it would have reasonably good sight, but it missed a paralyzed person. I was thinking recently, speaking of giant eyeballs are creepy. They are reasonably good monsters. It is funny to me that in not even just Western culture, but in many aspects of modern culture, monsters are the way they are. Because nature is creepy. And so I was watching an episode of Wildcrafts, and it was showing how a starfish can eject its stomach, put it inside the shell of the fish it wants to eat, and then its stomach inside the shellfish digests it and goes back into the starfish. So it shoots out its stomach, eats the thing, and the stomach goes back. And it's really weird that nothing like that exists in science fiction, or nothing even on that level. That is weird to me as a person. And, our best monsters, the most famous monsters created are like a gorilla, but bigger. A lizard, but bigger. We come up with pretty crappy monsters. There are some amazing things. There's amazing potential. Giant eyeballs, they're pretty good. the idea of a beholden is pretty good, I guess. It's just so simply rooted in magic that it's hard to imagine. But imagine a giant jellyfish that ate people. Not jellyfish, sorry, not jellyfish. Starfish. Did I say jellyfish that whole time? Because I was talking about starfish. Starfish. They're really quite creepy. It's funny because they're kind of like cute, but they're very creepy animals. Let's not fight these guys. We'll get blizzarded. Blizzarded. We're not in very deep yet, but the run seems to be going okay, huh? Whoa, those guys really pounded the weaklings. You know what, let's make these guys, they're not hard. The worst thing about them is the improbable event that they take their turns in perfect order. There's no real AI, just a set of commands and random targeting. But they do fast each other, so if one fasts another one and that one happens to attack on its next turn and happens to hit someone weak, it can do some pretty crazy damage. That was 109 to Ferris, for example. That's not too, I'm not super happy about that. Yeah. But usually, my golems are not much of a threat. And I do know that that top guy has fast now, so we'll watch out for him. And we'll watch out for him by hitting with violence. That's how we watch out for things. Okay, and now that guy has fast. So we won't linger or anything. We'll just... Ferris took a bit of pounding after all. Oh, not a fan. I guess it's something about Ferris. You know, thieves are just so bad, you just want to hit them. I wish some of those thief apologists from the Game of Fake Use board showed up here. It would be fun. We could make fun of each other. I used to debate it so much. I used to be on that team that would say the ninja has like a 2-point hit rate. Or not even, it's a disadvantage. Sorry. I was going through the whole scenario in my head. There's so many things bad about thieves in this game. I mean, there's really nothing meritorious about the thief in this game. That said, there are good things about ninjas. I struggle to say that. Are they worth it? Almost definitely not. What am I doing with my life here? What did I do last time? Did it work? Did I want to fast? I got 5 fast, so I may as well fast. Oh, that was a good first turn. Maybe I'll avoid the nuke. Oh, the fast went off first, too. We got good odds of avoiding the nuke. That's not really purposeful at all, but 26 damage. Nice. Wow. That's weird. When you have a fight that short, the fast spell does seem kind of wasted, but at the same time, that's the whole reason I have it that way, so. You don't need to fight these guys. We have full HP after all. No, thank you. I seem to be getting very, very similar encounters compared to that previous run. It makes me wonder if I'm at the same place in the cycle. So next is Grey Worms. Ooze. I like the way when I accidentally select a blink item slot for Linda to use as a magic item, she steps forward and then backward. Like, oh yeah, what am I doing? Kind of like I do all the time during this. You got some serious damage there, Barts. Forget it. I didn't look up whether the mage staff is better than the silver knife or not, eh? Maybe we should try that out. $16 and $41. $16 and $41. I didn't put it. 18 and 36. Technically better. Sure. Wait, what did I do? That would have been done to have the same spell on 2 items on one person. Okay, this time we're going to use fast against Kari. You try not to die. I had something intentional, something pretty good last time, didn't I? I'm gonna say my thoughts were cracking. Oh, I was getting slow too. That's what happened last time. No one's as fast. No messing around. That could have been worse. That could have been worse in a number of ways as well. My hope now is that Bartz is going to carry the team, as usual. That's, you know, a good start. I'm so glad he used the defense sword, because otherwise he would be taking more hits. He might be almost dead. Wow. She's really going after him. And for good reason. By that I mean, of course Bartz is the most threatening to her. I wonder what he would look like as a person. He must have muscles bulging out of his dragon armor, right? Compared to everyone else, I'm sure he looks pretty tough. Oh, that's not favorable. Let's get out of here. I would not have run if Bartz was not stunned in this battle. It would have been a pretty easy, pretty quick battle if he was standing, but without him, it would probably just be a whole lot of item use, and not very fun. Remember how badly these guys pounded on Lena last time? It was Lena, right? Who got creamed by the water? So we should get him again. Okay. Yeah, this is a luckier run in general, I think. I was complaining about some of the luck last time. Things seem a little more going my way. Bart's got his level later, and that's because more people have been alive more often. Lots of light too. This is going to be effectively 3 castings of lightning too. Oh, Bart's got poisoned. That has a small amount of interest too. Pretty boring run, I guess. Faster. This is the patience of this game, seriously. I like this game. I was thinking about it today. Which Final Fantasy game have I actually spent the most time on? Out of the numbered ones, it's surely this one and 6 are the most. And beyond that, it's harder. It's probably 4 and 10 after that. You know what? Probably 10 is the Final Fantasy I've spent the 3rd most time on. Followed by 4 and then oddly 8, which I don't even like. I have my copies of every Final Fantasy game that's been available retail in North America. I gave away my copy of Final Fantasy VIII one day because someone told me they liked it, and I said, I hate it. And they said, then give it to me. So I did. I actually mailed it to the person. Because it was an online thing. Someone who lives in Canada also. But not someone who I'd ever met or barely talked to, so probably haven't talked to since, frankly. We were on a forum, we used to spend time together. He became a lurker, I became a lurker. And by became a lurker, I mean basically stopped paying attention. That's what downgrading to lurker status from regular is, right? It's just stopping paying attention. Hey, I think we're almost all full. Ferris is missing 1 HP. Oh no, is that the worst thing you can do? Did we even see these guys in the sea shrine? Okay. You try not to die again. Try this trick. I know we didn't have much success with it last time. That was nasty. that 476 or 496 squares? Just a, this is not a large number, anyway. Yeah. This is really the best time for us, so let's just use it. And we could be doing with 3. I don't think it's even weak against lightning anymore. Let's try the slow 2. That would make a big difference to our survivability if it went off. No. Too bad. Let's try that again. One more. Ah, that would have been fun. Just keep attacking birds. Like that was pretty harsh, but the damage against go up, but that would have been way worse without those fog spells. That probably would have been a kill without the fog spells. Because their absorb is so much higher than it was. Oh. His absorb? Well, you know what? We have life spells, because we haven't squandered magic this time. So, although this is kind of crappy, it's really going to be okay. How safe is this floor if I were to try and heal rod myself like crazy here? Maybe better not. I have lots of potions. Should I go for the mass moon? Most people would say I should. Let's just take our couple turns and do heal stuff here. Heal things. Heal apparatus. I don't know who makes a heal helmet. Isn't that kind of a funny idea? Again, I think I commented on that a couple of days ago. I said something to the effect of the heal helmet has to be one of those things that comes from the D&D roots. Yeah, so, you know, helm of healing. I've got friends who would know that kind of thing. Friends who are not only into D&D, but very into D&D and have been around it for longer than I. One of whom was making a pretty neat mapping application. Ooh, I don't know if I should be going for the mass moon. Which I call mass moon. I've said this before in each of my runs, but I always call it the mass moon in this game. Even though I know it's pronounced differently. I don't know what I get spellcasting options here. I know it's Masamune, probably with less vowel sounds. You're saying it was a proper Japanese pronunciation. I'm not Japanese. but in this game it's missing one of the A's, so I can't help but call it Mass Moon because that's how it's written. Ferris needs some life. I need to stop him and potion him. So, I don't really know why I'm going for the weapon, but I'm down here, so let's do it. I can run into these guys, right? Not that I'm really afraid of them, I could just fight a bunch of them, but time consuming. And I'm a little worried about my resources. If I have one or two really bad fights, this run is going to change. What'll happen if I lose? I'm not going to do this another time, am I? This is going to make a difference, though. Mass Moon, strongest weapon in the game. So let's go ahead and chuck these. And that's... Does this always do this thing where it moves things into... well, whatever. Thor hammer, heal staff. He's got a black shirt. We're gonna... oh, I just noticed it does do that. So, Ferris's attacking probably improved a little bit. He's got now 4 attacks. His damage is 67, which is higher than Bart's. So we're going to see him contributing, if he lives. Oh, and here they go. Okay, let's try this. Fight. Stand here and... I got the lightning on the same person twice because I'm an incomplete again. Bart's does 4 hits, 301 damage. I'm so glad this is not working. Ooh. Ferris does 4 hits, 407 damage. Nice. You go ahead. That might seem like overkill, but when else am I going to use it? There is an answer to that question, by the way. That was good. Okay. Oh, Ferris gained a level. What a treat. I don't want to keep fighting golems. Why do these golems keep wanting to fight me? And these guys, I could probably fight them pretty easily, but I don't know why we bother. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, let's fix that thing with, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be super. These fights are going to be interesting now. You try not to die. Don't need Ruse. Could use Fog, but that could be pretty handy against the end boss. So, yeah. Remember how easy this was when it had one party member? Funny that this is making it more complicated. Thunder is a very strong attack, so those were failed, or those were successful damage rolls, or whatever it was. And it was still doing that much damage. Nobody die. You should be immune. This game handles immunities a little bit strangely. Even something where someone is immune, there is this 0.5% chance of things happening anyway. It comes from an oddity in the mechanics, but everything is a chance out of 201. And that chance is 1 out of 201 that something will work regardless of resistances. In some challenges, that's actually what makes it possible. You just pray for the 0.5% chance of, being able to cast a death spell on the final boss, for example. Or a fear spell on the final boss. And that's quite amusing. If you look at taskvideos.org, is it org? And you look at, there's a Final Fantasy video of 4 white mages beating the game. And spoiler alert, they use fear and make chaos run away. And that's very improbable. But even things that are supposedly impossible are possible in this game, just at a very unlikely scale. This is going better. This is exciting. I think we're going to win this time. My party members sure have to kill a lot of things to get down here. They just kill. Think of how many things they had to do. Like, my day would be wrecked if I had to fight one zombie dragon. My party, they could fight like 10 on the way down here if they had some bad luck. Wouldn't be that bad. Zombie dragons really aren't that strong in this game, really. Okay. Looking forward to being done this. Let's win. Let's cautiously win. So, Ruse is good, but let's fog up. Oh, we only have one fast. Well, we're going to use Zombards. That should fail on everyone, unless I'm very, very unlucky. there is really going to be helpful. I could do a little bit of damage. I could try slow too. It's not really likely to matter. Okay, watch the stats here. The damage, of course, is normal. Hit rates are normal. That's it. point damage. Your absorb is all boosted. Some of the evade is now higher. Bart's evade is high. And Ferris is doing great damage. But I kind of want to make Bart's immune to the physicals, because he's fasted and he's sort of the only hope. OP1. What did I just ask the left to do? Heal. Right. Wait. This is weird, but I'm using Hell 2 instead of Hell 3 just in case they get their resistances removed. I think Expert is in Chaos's spell cycle, and Death Immunity matters, so Hell 2. The other two spells aren't going to be any use here. Hits 25 damage. So much of the damage comes from criticals. Okay, now Bartz is on the offense. Okay, pretty much it's time for raw damage, right? Or he could do Heal Helmet, which wouldn't be that stupid. Yeah, these damaging spells. Chaos is immune to everything, so... Ooh, that one's not elemental. So you saw some of them were doubling and some of them not. Where is he in the spell cycle? Where's Cure 4? That would be unfortunate if Cure 4 came out. Oof. Yes, I wolf like a dog when I'm upset. That was too bad. Ferris was starting to do things. Seven hits, 20 damage. That's weird. I kind of have no idea where my damage is right now. So, if I recall correctly, my first two characters are basically immune to physicals right now. Absorb, their absorb's a little bit boosted. They got 255. So you can do whatever you want here. I don't need the resistances, I could heal. I think you may as well do some damage. Stupid damage like this. Oh, Gelef lost hits. All the more reason to use a black robe. That was a good damage roll, so maybe we're almost done here. And then oh shit. Well, as long as we're alive, Bartz and Galef can, they're immune to physicals. They take reduced damage from every elemental attack. The problem is these non-elemental attacks that come out every so often. And that's my last mass heal spell, besides heal helmet. Burst is being a little more consistent, so that's nice. What? No. No, that's... He's wearing a pro ring. That was that 0.5% thing I was talking about. Right? Or does that... Does crack... Can I win? I don't think so. Bane sword. That's it, right? Use fucking Quake on Chaos. Cause like, what else are we gonna do? Stab him? This is stupid. This stupid game. Should have used A-Rub. I'm certain to think that Pro Ring protects against death, and crack doesn't have death associated with it, just earth. What can I do to make this faster? Let's just completely abuse the fast forward. Stupid party order. Grumble, grumble. I'm very upset by this. they're in such good condition. And several things didn't go that badly, but then I guess other things did. That was so rotten. That went better. Can you not run from these guys? Thought I had. I'm realizing a redundancy here between yeah. Yeah. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. If that's the worst thing that happens today, I'm great. Part of the reason it's frustrating, I have to admit, is because I'm broadcasting. If this was a private challenge, this is kind of how they go, or it gets much worse than this, unless you're abusing city states or something. And some people do, and I can hardly fault them, frankly. Oopsie. This one we do have to fight. Oops, oh well. These guys don't have that much HP. I probably could have been laying them down. They're kind of huge HP when you run into them in the course of the game. But by this point in the game, less so. I think they're just over 200. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I guess I've been wrong about some things today. good that setup was when I went into that chaos battle that I lost terribly. Good times. That's always nice, not eating a nuke. Helps. So I'm not being fully descriptive here. You can tell I'm losing my patience a little bit. And again, it's not just because I didn't win, because you're allowed to not win at games. But it's the nature of a few tries late at night. I kind of thought that last one was a runaway. And at least it wasn't my hubris that brought me down. It was basically unfortunate random chance. Which could still be caused by hubris at some level, right? I don't know. I'm not some kind of hubris expert. Hubrisologist. I'm not that. I probably can't run for these guys. But yeah, it would be nice to be done a little faster. And I mean, part of the reason I want to be done, unselfishly, is to get to the 4-job Fiesta. It would be nice to be done. Doing here every time, believe it or not. I'm sure it involved this. Still never got that slow 2 to work. Ferris died. I was fast forwarding. I wasn't being an idiot, but Ferris died. And by being an idiot, that would be referring to holding down A while fast forwarding. Which is not itself idiotic, but in a situation with risk involved, it would be. Part of what's weird about my lack of success with chaos is that I don't feel dramatically underprepared or anything like that. I've got this like hole in my t-shirt armpit, don't I? I think my wife told me this t-shirt's garbage. It's too round. I totally clobbered one of my t-shirts. I was building something in the backyard, and You know, it was right when I was working with the circular saw. I was really worried at first. I put this big hole in my shirt. When I saw the hole in my shirt, I was like, holy crap, did I rub a circular saw into my abdomen? Where's the blood? That was actually going through my mind. Like, did I cut open my own gut with a circular saw? No, I don't know what I did, but somehow I got a giant hole in the middle of this old X-Men shirt. And now this one has a hole in the armpit. My wife says that's too much. I think, who's looking at my armpits anyway? But apparently I put the money in or not. I don't know. Where is it? Oh, it's way back there. See, like, who? I don't know. Not having a lot of success with the wizard staff here, but that's okay. We don't use the wizard staff because we expect it to really turn the tide. There we go, we have perfect health. I like the idea of thinking, finally, things are going my way, but I shouldn't think like that. It'd be nice to see a slow tube land here. I don't expect it or anything. Haven't been having a ton of luck with that. Not too bad. Oh. Come on. That was that 666 experience again. I've talked a little bit about how the order of the last two party members doesn't actually matter, right? It doesn't. It's a compulsion. It's because it's kind of a standard that that's party order. So I'm skipping the last moon this time because it didn't make too much of a difference last time, and I think we'll take a different focus, and it'll end up being okay, or not. What do I know? I know fast is good. Oh, that was nasty. Let's wrap this up, gents and ladies. More ladies than gents. Equal ladies and gents. But Galef could be Kryl. I wondered if I should have gone with that in the first place. I don't think it's really important. Oh yeah, very strong thunder. Good time. Should probably use a couple potions on Galef at the very least, since that's the one who can bring the others back. But otherwise we'll see if we can squeak out a little bit of heal staffing. Maybe not. We have enough potions, let's just heal here. Now, if this doesn't work, I don't know, I'm going to be very disappointed. I probably won't try again tonight. I have to get out in the morning at some point. Fully healed. Let's meet our doom again. We only had one more fast, so that's all the more reason not to get the last one, I suppose. Jeez Louise. So it's kind of like there's a solo happening here. It's really Bards against Chaos's HP. But he does have support. Oh, crap came up. Damn. I was like, I need to cast A-Rod, but I can wait one more turn. What is our invasion at? I want him to be immune to damage. If he dies, the whole thing's kind of a wasted effort, so yeah. Now the swirl and tornado, those are still going to be pretty awful. No! Maybe still not that bad. He has normal hits now, as long as he doesn't get hit by slow 2 again. Slow and fast are interestingly programmed in this game in that they do actually counteract each other, not just kind of overwriting what they do. It's wrong now, it's going to slow things down. That's the point, I guess. I wonder if there's anyone out there shooting for chaos. Okay, Cure for it just went off. $17 damage. So far we are not having an effective battle. He should be healing and Lena should be blasting. Lena has the potential for some damage. Okay, so we're at it at the 200 HP mark. You heal. You may as well keep invising. That's not gonna hurt. You do something powerful. We're at the 300 HP mark. Still not doing very good. Give or take. He's going through the spell cycle. He's going to get back to Cure for it. Too bad he doesn't cast Lock too. That would be helpful. I wonder if it works on enemies. Yeah, he's going to do this spell cycle like crazy. progress on this evasion business. Okay, one more invis on Ferris, and he will be immune to regular attacks. Just regular attacks. So. That's pretty good. 3 party members immune to physicals. We take very low damage from elementals. Our heal helmets can keep up with that. It's kind of a matter of how do we kill it. Well, I guess when you have used as many evasion abilities as I have, chaos casting fast on himself doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, Nick. Oh no. Okay. I don't want to lose again. I really don't. That first one was probably the best attempt I had, and that was Bart's by himself. How sad is that? I saw a lost intelligence there. That had to be Lena, though. Because Bart's did more than one hit. Maybe not. Yeah, Bart lost intelligence. I hate this game. Now I got bats in my way. I really want to be done. That's the problem. Am I dramatically underleveled? I don't think so. This all seems very attainable to me. Just have it. It'd be nice to have some smart-ass people watching and commenting in the stream right now, saying something to the effect of, why didn't you get the pro key? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's kill these guys. We don't have any ice 3, but I really don't want to use ice 2. Let's use the 3. That was not useful. Couldn't this beautiful music filling the air work from the other side of the room? I could make this way easier by grinding it a few levels, I suppose. I don't wanna. So I'll go ahead and recognize that this is largely based on my decisions. He's not weak, he needs fire. Okay, so Lich sucks because he has the ability to nuke you on the first turn. And that's not too fun at all. Thankfully that's only happened once in all these runs. I'm going to try and save a fast and get the stupid thing. You know what I mean? This is now just lame, lazy person healing. Speed things up. Speed things up more. We got a lot of healing out of this couple of fights. Save it fast, as I said. Oh. Save it fast by spinning a life spell, basically. Is there any treasure on this floor? I know there's some on the fire floor. Yep, this is me basically no longer paying attention to battles. Logic would dictate I should pay attention to battles. But this is my fourth or fifth run against chaos here tonight. And it would be nice to just be done. So I'm rushing a little without being, I don't think, reckless. If I do this enough times, I'll have the counter tables memorized. That'll help. Do you have any form of damage? No. Hey, that easy Dutch message was right. Well, someone's watching me now, that's novel. This is like my fifth run at the final area and final boss of Final Fantasy, and I'm not having a good night, gotta tell you. Oh, what could I do to make this work? This part's not hard or anything, but that's always helpful. And I think we will use fast. So, Kraken has 8 hits every turn, and if he happens to land them all, you take all 8 hits at his large amount of damage. That's part of the reason why Fog is so valuable in this particular battle, because it'll subtract 12 damage from every single one of those hits. So it ends up being a savings of 96 damage. Saving 96 damage from an attack is substantial. He's going easy on me this time though. That's good. Okay, this time we're going to go for the mass move. We're going to have a backup plan in place. We're going to run from any fight that I believe allows running. And like I said, these last couple floors have higher encounter rates than is normal. I think we can run from this. Maybe I should fight it. That's not useful, but okay. That didn't kill the lizard vampire. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna do some fast forward here because there's no good way to take out these guys with like elemental damage, for example, so we're really bringing them down one at a time, and Bartz is the only person capable of doing that. So just to hasten things, I'm gonna go along and hold the button. I wonder if the merit of hanging in here though. Speaking of elemental damage, we'll see how many times he can live through the black shirt. Or not. I don't know. Am I making any progress here? I suppose I am. Everyone's perfectly healthy except Bartz. I am echoing. Yeah, I've noticed that on my stream, and I'm not sure why that would be. I don't hear it in my headset or anything. If you've got tips, that'd be great. And you know what? I don't think I always was. What was the change? I think I was in the previous series of IUO kite runs, but I don't think it was in the ones I was doing last year, so I'm not really sure what that is. It could be that my PC is picking up my voice as well as my mic, but I kind of doubt that based on settings and stuff. But thank you for letting me know. Okay. Do a little bit of reconfiguration here. Drop some things. should be fine. I have a chance to strike, so should I run? Let's fight. Yeah, frankly, if I probably Google how to reduce the echo in your streaming, I'd probably find a pretty good answer. I am vaguely aware of it because it in my VOD that I downloaded, the echoes, you can hear it there. So it is nice getting that mass moon. Like, for all it takes me out of the way in a tense and dangerous part of the run, it makes Ferris so useful all of a sudden. Like the increase is crazy. I've never done solo thief. I appreciate now what that decision's like. Should I go for the mass moon, or should I just try and use the Bane sword against chaos? He's got a lot of hit points. There will be a couple more battles before time out, I'm sure. Tiamat. Maybe you're supposed to say Tiamat. Oh yeah, that's that bug they say about enemy spells not targeting the enemy itself. That was interesting. So the Wizard Vampire at the bottom casts a fire, and it only affected the zombie D and the Wizard Vampire at the top. I thought it didn't affect them. I didn't think it was visually apparent, but apparently it is. It's interesting. Oh, darn, I was hoping to make a bit of an HP profit there. Like when you sell a broken printer. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Let's do a couple more rounds of that. It'd be very nice to have Bart's and or Ferris in the green. Then again, I'm close enough to the end and I have enough potions that it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So I got Lena out of the green. Bart's getting a level, that's never going to hurt. Might bump his damage up one notch. What can I do? 3 casts of fast left. Let's use... Well, maybe I shouldn't use one of them. Let's not use one of them. Because of what happened last time. It will mean paying attention during a chaos fight. But it'll probably end up being valuable. If I can keep these people alive, I mean, you know how that's been going. It'd be interesting, you know, you often have these theories of we're the characters in the game, and there's someone up there who's the player who dictates things we do in situations we're exposed to. But when I say things like, I have to keep these people alive, you have to wonder with the player if they're wondering how they keep us alive. What are the things they do to make the everyday of us safer? Do they command me to say the dumb things I say on my stream? Wait, this sure goes I was going to say something dumb there. I'm going to say it anyway. This is sure going a lot slower without fast. But at least it's just slower. This is otherwise not terrible. Okay. Nice. Gallo gained a level. That'll be probably their last one. Chance to strike first. I'm taking it. This is interesting. Wizard Vampire's first action is always a fire. If it never hits him, what happens when he uses it? I don't remember. I mean, you see this kind of type of thing in a normal playthrough, but... Oh, we're not missing. It's fine. We won the battle. That's nice. Oh, one more. Oh, and it's time consuming. What a princess I am. Kind of thought someone might get a level out of that. And it's still at 23, right? Let's make one of those glitchy double doors. Fun way to end. If this is the ending. That type of thing is hard to predict. Here we go. Double door thing not happening here. What else? Meet our doom. Not the first time we've heard that one. you imagine if that worked? That would made my heart sink for a second there. That's already a big improvement, right? It's a little bit dangerous. We're gonna fully buff Bart's at the very least. We got a fast up. Nothing else here is really going to be effective. Unless we could by some chance slow 2 chaos or something. There we go. 6 hits, 39 damage. That's not so bad. Nice high absorb rating. Last thing we want to do to protect Bards, I guess, is A-Rub. Dude, my viewer left, and it's like he was in at the start of the Chaos battle. You don't leave during the final boss. Except for my one friend who always leaves during the final boss. I've told this tale, I think, before, but the first time, shortly after I met this friend, he got Final Fantasy IV-2 for Super Nintendo for his birthday. And when he beat the game, he was very disappointed. His brother was beating it in front of him, is actually what happened. And since then, he has never wanted to beat another game, I guess. Something like that. He likes playing them, he doesn't like beating them. And then he really likes playing them, and he really doesn't like beating them. Keep healing, I guess. This is going great. And so I remember him getting to the final battle of Final Fantasy III, and there's Kefka, and these columns come up, and the battle starts, and he hits the reset button, just like that. Like, you get to the end and turn the game off, because the end of the game bothered him so much. And I don't think he generally beats games since then. He's played other games. He likes, I think, MMOs and stuff, because they don't have endings. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. But you know, maybe it's okay this time. Maybe I should be doing a save state. What's next in the spell cycle? Okay. Not that bad. Because this is going to end soon. Unless something terrible happens. And it could. In which case, it still might happen. It would just... It would just be sad. Hey! Oh, Galef dies. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'll work on my mic echoing. That is problematic. script rewrites the borders of that window. It's always one frame behind, just to make the limitation of running Lua in the emulator. That looks really weird. Oh, is this going to be glitchy? I guess not. Hey, this looks fine. Good, I could just stop the script if it were a problem. But it's not. Yes, because next time I play, I get to play a whole new game. That's exciting. I should probably never play this game again. And yet I want to do a randomizer, I want to do another IO kite. And I'm thinking maybe next year before Job PS I'll have to do like Knight, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, or something like that. Oh, the Red Mage somehow. I've actually compiled some data. I don't know a way to share it, but I'll tell you verbally here. It's on what jobs are the most common across the Final Fantasy series, the numbered Final Fantasy series. And basically, fighter is uncommon, fighter or warrior is uncommon, but knight is not. And so, the most common are monk, black mage, white mage, knight, ninja. Then there's white wizard and black wizard that are kind of fuzzy, because sometimes it's the same as white wizard, black wizard. Then thief, dragoon, summoner, red mage. Red mage is actually pretty far down the list. The ranger or archer, bard, engineer is a funny one. Sometimes it's a machinist, and sometimes it's more like Sid, which is really almost more of a scholar role. And geomancer. After this point, it starts to get a little more obscure. You got after Time Age of the Samurai, they started appearing, 5 times or less, pretty much. So, you could do things with those other classes, play a hack game to put them in for Final Fantasy 1, but a lot of them already exist in Final Fantasy 3, 5, even 4. Tactics Advance, etc. So I might see what I can do with that. Just keep doing these games, but doing them in slightly novel ways, and allows you to compare things across the series. That's kind of interesting, right? I think it's kind of interesting. Then again, you can play games like this using these rules, not just in the Final Fantasy series. Pretty easy to do. Fighter, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage in Dragon Quest 3, or Dragon Quest 9, or the Might and Magic series. They just have slightly different names. I'm so happy it's over. Let's never speak of it again. But the truth will live on in the hearts of the people. The warrior with me, but we're not going to talk about it, like I said. So, if you want to lavish praises upon me, you'll have to choose another topic. Hey, look at that, that looks really weird. My script kicked on for just a fraction of a second there. I wonder if that's going to happen again. We'll just let this finish and then I'll be all done. I wonder what the algorithm is they use to color in the letters. I'm sure it's very intentional why it was filled in the order it was. I can look in the FF1 disassembly, I suppose. Holy crap, it's 2:15. Good night. It was a pleasure. It was not very much.